Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude, LR4, episode 142. Meet the Garcias. There's a reason for that name. You'll see in a few moments at the end of the episode because you know how we do. So yeah, guys. But let me go ahead and introduce There's always going to be bloopers. Let me go ahead and introduce you to my more phenomenal co-hosts. We've got David.
Hey guys.
We've got Rick.
All right, it's getting way too hot.
Yeah, it fogs up in that, doesn't it? So before we get into the topics of today, this evening, how was everybody's week? Let me start with David. David, how was your week, man?
It was fine. It was a little bit stressful, but I'm feeling better now. But on the positive side, both of my parents got vaccinated today, so yay!
Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm very happy for you, man.
Thank you.
How about you, Rick? How was your week?
Nah.
How did the job interview go?
Last week and just
yeah. Oh yeah, we'll discuss that a little later.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah, okay.
After the show. But anyway, my week went fine, just the usual stuff, working and everything. So anyway, let's get on to our topics. We've got something called Power Raiders, which is like Power Rangers, but
first off, I'm drinking water because none of the pop companies are willing to pay us for sponsorship.
I'm not drinking anything. I should have got myself some water or something. God.
Shaking
all
up
right.
there.
So here we go. We got the Power Raiders, which are little tokusatsu vinyl figures. This was I saw these on Scott Zillner's website, toywizards.com. And this is from a third-party company that it's based in Thailand, apparently. Thailand Toy Expo. And here's a look at the Megazord. Now, I don't know if Hasbro has, I don't know, well, this is from the website, but I don't know if Hasbro actually has ownership on this because they don't call it Power Rangers. They call it Power Raider. And just the way the design looks, it looks like the Megazord from the show, but the Zords look a little different from what we've seen in the show. So,
Pterodactyl's also the head, not the chest, so.
Right. And what is cool is these actually do combine, all five do combine together to make that Megazord in the background. So let's go ahead and show you the individual Zords here. We got the Tyrannosaurus, which they call it the Tyrannosaurus machine. And then we got the Pterosaur or Pterodactyl. We got the, I don't know what that says. What's that word on the bottom right here?
Vamprictis.
Yeah, that's the saber-tooth tiger, basically.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Triceratops. And then what else do we have? And then we have the Mastodon.
Or Mammoth.
Or the Mammoth machine.
Yeah.
So all five of them do come together to make the Beast Giant or the Megazord, or the Dino Megazord as we known it for quite some time. And there's the image on the back and the shields. I do find it interesting that the Mammoth head has like a Cyclops look to the eyes. That's totally different.
Well, they had to change it just enough not to fall under the copyright issue.
That's true. And then we've got, what else do we have?
So they can honestly say, well, our Mastodon only has one eye, not two. So
yeah. So here is the back of it. So you can actually replace the head and put it to the back of the Megazord. So
No. It's not actually being replaced because if you look at the Tyrannosaurus there on the back, what it is the Tyrannosaurus head is literally just folding downward to allow the pterodactyl on top because the backside of the Tyrannosaurus is the front of the Megazord.
I saw Scott do Scott Zillner.
Yeah,
he's
and I'm only saying that just based on the legs of the Tyrannosaurus there.
Yeah, he did a review on this, and it was really interesting. I mean, for those that like these kind of vinyl figures, and especially these ones that combine, these are pretty good. But I can't remember how much what they would cost, but I don't know if they're still on sale. But anyway, you can't go with the Megazord without the Dragon Zord, the T-Rex Caesar, as they're calling it. So you got that. I mean, it looks
that's different enough. They're good.
That is good, and it says 3 kind of combined mode, and there's that, and then you have them all putting together to make the Dino King. So that's pretty cool, and it's kind of funny how. Yeah, look at this. Hold on, you see this? That's the Lance right there.
It's enough of a difference.
Yeah, and according to this,
the fact that they have axes instead of Z's in lightning bolts.
Now, apparently, this is sold separately from the Beast Giant set and all that stuff. This one apparently is retailing. This is on Toe Collectibles, and I think they're like $55.
Lord.
So that's not a bad price for it, but apparently it retails to $105.
Depends on how big it is.
Yeah.
If it's like tiny, then no. But if it's like nice size, hell yeah.
So, and there's that, and then we got the back of it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then a little close up. This is like in the Dino King mode, and then we also have the Dino Giant Beast. Like basically the the Mega Dinosaur, the Dino Megazord or the Mega Dinosaur. And they have right here looks to be a damaged looking Megazord. It's all scuffed up, so that looks pretty cool. And then we've got them showing. Yeah, and then we've got how they show them put together. Got that. So, yeah, I mean, these are interesting little vinyl figures.
Yeah.
For those people that actually like these kind of things, I don't know. I mean, this would be a good thing for a collector. I mean, even though they're like, they still have that Power Ranger look to them, but even though they're not known by Power Rangers, it's still pretty cool. Rick, what do you? Let me go to David. I'll go down the row here. David, what do you think of the Power Raiders Tokusatsu vinyls?
They look really cool. They do also have kind of a Transformers look to them. So if you're also a Transformers fan and a Power Rangers fan, then this is for you.
Yeah. And Rick, what about you, man? What do you think?
Not bad. I mean, for being vinyl and seeing how the vinyl figures are for Super Sentai, and then to see this, I mean, yeah, you're not going to get all the same articulation like you would a Megazord. And I mean, the price, as long as they're decent size and not just tiny,
right?
I can see that being actually a pretty good price.
Yeah, and if you guys want to check out Scott Zellner's review on the Beast Giant Beast or whatever, go to Toy Wizards, his YouTube channel, Toy Wizards, and you can see that review. And I mean, I find it very interesting. I mean, would I suggest this to people that would like to collect these kind of things? Yes, definitely. Now, personally, would I want to spend the money on this? Probably not, because I don't really. First off, the room, I have to find a place to put it. But it's just a nice price. It's a nice price. So, David, you said good for collectors. Good for collectors.
Absolutely.
Rick, what about you, man?
Like I said, depending on the size.
Okay.
I mean, if they're decent size, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now we're going to move on to the next topic, which is our Mezco toys, which is at which they told us a toy fair. So they're going to be releasing. Yeah, this was at the Mezco Toys Fair reveal, and this is the green Mighty Morphin Ranger, which I think looks. I mean, I don't know if it's the same material that they use for those other figures that we saw in the 2 weeks ago for the other episodes. I can't really remember. So it doesn't really have. I'm looking on Toy Wizards right now to see the price, and apparently it's a 12-inch figure. So, but yeah, it looks like a nice. It looks really decent, and if you guys are curious, this does come with the Dragon Dagger and his Sword of Darkness. So, don't know what the price range is yet, but this is just a little sneak peek, and I don't know when it's going to be. Because the 12-inch figures already in scale with the new Power Rangers coming out soon. So I'm guessing that they're not only going to just do this, they're going to probably do some more like this. I'm guessing. Hi, let's see, blah, blah. So yeah, let me go to David. David, what do you think of this?
It looks really cool. I can't wait to see what becomes of that and the rest of the other Rangers. Right, yeah, I know.
Rick, what about you, man?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. Cool to get a Sword of Darkness with it. Looks like they have to include that with every iteration now. Too bad it's not larger, so that we can have it just to have.
Now this is probably
love to actually see like a actual like the old Legacy line, Legacy weapon. I'd love to see one for them to do Sword of Darkness.
Right. Now, the Sword of Darkness is missing that thing at the bottom where it has that little frail thing on the bottom, like little. Yeah. But it looks nice. I like it.
If that's the only thing it's missing, then you know what? Screw it. Let's have it.
Okay, so now as collector standpoint,
frail is less important than the coloring of the helmet and the morpher.
Now, with the thing of collectors, now this is a 1/12, I think 1/12. I think that's the measurements of this. I can't remember.
Well,
look.
You said it's a 12-inch, so it should only be about 1/6.
Yeah, so I don't know. It says on the bottom 1/12 right down there, but right here. So,
but I mean, if it's 1/12 scale and it's only 12 inches, then that means that they're trying to say that Jason David Frank was 12 feet tall.
So now,
yeah, I think I'm taller than him.
So let me go this. Let me do this. Okay. Now, collector standpoint, yes. I think this would be collector worthy of people that like to collect these type of figures and all that stuff. David, what about you, man? Do you think it's collectible worthy?
Totally, yeah. Like it has collectible written all over it.
Yep. Rick, what about you, man? Collectible worthy?
Yeah, I mean, the price definitely screams collectible worthy.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure they're going to get the whole set of 6 or 7 if they include the White Ranger, and just have a nice display. And yes, I'm talking about collectors.
Yeah, and here's the thing though, because we honestly don't know who the price is yet, but once we get more detail on that, we'll definitely share it.
Probably around $100.
We'll probably go back to this sometime. It's
like the other ones that we had on here.
So yeah, and guys, I mean, yeah, I'm a collector of Power Ranger stuff. I try not to get as many of the figures, but they always find ways to. The only figures I ever gotten
in your pocket.
My wallet's crying. Like, dude, please stop. Please stop. I'm begging you.
Yeah, my wallet's crying too this weekend, but that's because I spent way too much on comics.
Okay, so Anyway, we're going to move on to the next topic. We're trying to truck along this, so we don't stay on here too long. The next topic is Hasbro Pulse. And for those of you guys that, holy God.
Wow.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I said I spent too much.
So the next topic is Hasbro Pulse UK. So for those of you guys that live in the United Kingdom and overseas, and you cannot really get the Lightning Collection, well, now there's an option for Hasbro Pulse. We can go on there, and there's an option we can either choose, the United Kingdom, and that will be directly, and you can just order it through the website. And if you guys want to get any of the collectibles, like whether it's Transformers, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that stuff, you guys can.
Isn't this something that they should have done years ago?
I know. I mean, they started. Let's give them. I give them the benefit of the doubt because they didn't start this whole thing with Power Rangers, and I don't even think Hasbro Pulse didn't even do this during the time when they had Transformers. But
they have Transformers. They have Marvel, the Marvel Legends line. I mean, come on. They should have had this figured out at least 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But, I guess better late than never. Even Amazon beat them.
So if you guys go to this website right here, you can either just click on HasbroPulse.com and it'll just lead you right to that website. And then you can just have to and if you're in the UK, you just have to click United Kingdom, and you'll be able to order the Lightning Collection figures from there. And or you can just go to this UR link right here, hasbropulse.co.uk. So I don't know, Dave, what do you think of them finally doing this for people that are overseas now?
I think it's great. For those who are big fans overseas, they'll finally get the opportunity to do this. So their dream has come true.
Rick, what about you, man?
Like I said, they should have done this years ago, but better late than never.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It really is something that they should have thought of years ago. Because I guarantee there are Transformer fans, and there are Marvel fans, and there are Ghostbuster fans, there are Star Wars fans.
Star Wars, yeah.
Or Jurassic Park.
Do they do Jurassic Park?
No, I'm just, it's a little joke. I don't know.
Oh, I get it, the shirt.
but when they started all this, they should have had it all set up.
Right,
but,
right.
Hey, better late than never.
Exactly.
So, yes, I'm actually glad that they have it because it allows more money to come in, which means that they're going to hopefully use that money to keep making more figures and finally give us Phantom Ranger. And our first Phantom Ranger needs to be Phantom Ranger.
Okay, so here we go. We got some Power Ranger Legacy Wars news. Power Rangers Legacy Wars. We have a new character that's been added to the game, which is the mobile fighting game. We have the Mercury Ranger, Taizon. And I think this is the second Operation Overdrive Ranger that is part of the game. I think the red Operation Overdrive Ranger is in there. So, guys, you can unlock his character to play him on the game. He's now available to be playing on Legacy Wars. Guys, if you guys are playing the mobile app, definitely go to I suggest you guys download the game because, let's say if you're on an airplane and you got nothing to do, you can play the game.
No, I think the game needs Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Or if you get Wi-Fi in the plane.
Or if you want to spend the money.
Yeah,
or let's say if you're waiting at the airport for your flight to get in. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you have to show up the 3 hours early that they recommend, and you get through TSA in, say, 30 minutes because it's a slow day.
Right.
Or
so
I
next,
guess
so
if
next
you
up on this
TSA quickly, it's a slow day. That's a paradox oxymoron.
So here's the next part of the topic. If you guys are playing the Green Psycho Ranger, right over here, if you see that, the leader skin, you have this available to play as his monster form on the game. So, I mean, right now it's not available, but once it becomes available, you actually can unlock that character skin for the Green Psycho Ranger. So that is pretty cool. I do like how they are starting to add more and more to the game instead of just, sticking with the look. Now, the question is, are they going to do his look as the Green Supersonic Ranger? That'd be pretty cool, I think. That'd be a cool skin to add, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So let me go. Let's see. Okay. So let me go to David. David, have you ever played Power Rangers Legacy Wars?
Shockingly, I haven't. But I do like how they're adding all these new characters, especially since they're adding the Mercury Ranger, since he is one of the most underrated Rangers. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as for Rick, I mean, I know you played this game a long time ago. You haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
So what do you think of the adding the Mercury Ranger to the roster, and then you've got the Psycho Green monster form?
So, with them still supporting it like that, people who play feel good that they keep getting more. So it's actually good because it helps keep people in the fan base.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, with that said, Power Rangers Legacy Wars, there's still been news on that, but there haven't been much news. I mean, the game the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is still still around. I don't know if they're doing a season 4 for that yet. We already know they already had season 1 for that, season 2, and then season 3. We don't know what's going on with season 4 yet. I mean, I'm going to keep an eye out for that because I think, with that game, that's another cool fighting game. So we'll have to wait and see what's coming of that. So, David, would you suggest people to download this game and play it on their iPad or iPhone?
Well, with me not having played it before, absolutely.
Yep. Rick, what about you, man? Downloading this game onto your mobile device or your tablet?
If you're into this type of game, then yes, definitely. I mean, if you're more into like console playing where you have like the A, B, up, down, all that, you're better off downloading the Battle for the Grid.
Yeah, because I can tell you guys,
because this game, the controls are literally you tapping on the screen and tapping on the little icons.
Move your finger and everything. What really is kind of a pain is that
you got to do it all at the same time.
It only gives you a certain amount of time to boost up the attacks and all that. It's like
So I mean, it does have its drawbacks, but I mean it's an interesting game, and it is fun. I've just like half the other games I have on my phone. I just got tired of it after a little bit, and I haven't got back to it.
Right.
I mean,
I still have Pokemon Go on there. I have this game still on there.
Yeah. I still have Pokemon Go. I logged in the first time to Pokemon Go, and
it's fun. The way I see it is, if you're gonna ever go back to the game that's on your phone, keep it on there, because then you can always go back to it whenever you're bored. Because Pokemon Go is basically gets you out apparently to hunt for Pokemon. It's basically for exercise. So
I remember that summer when it was crazy. Yep.
People at POC. I know you said you went to the Power Morphicon in 2018, right?
Correct.
Well, back in 2016, I think Rick and some other members of LR4 that used to be a part with us at the time. Anyway, we were all playing Pokemon Go, and oh my God, we were going around because this was in Pasadena. Literally, I'm like, oh yes, a Staryu. A Pokestop at the ATM. Yes, I can tell you when I would go for a walk in my.
It was ingenious to have it at the ATM. You can get your money and spin your Pokestop.
That is
and
perfect.
Then the bank has you coming back 5 minutes later to spin that Pokestop again. And who knows? You might need more money.
Or you might need more. Well, if you're going to a convention, then yes. But if you're getting more Pokeballs,
within 5 minutes, that $400 the ATM lets you have is gone.
Now, if they did something like this for Legacy Wars, where you could actually pick up some power Zeo crystals on there, that'd be a cool addition to the game.
Actually, you know what would be really nice? You remember how they gave out that little card to give you the shards for like the red Psycho Ranger?
They had one for
card.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that they gave those out at the prom thing. Did you go to that, David?
Actually, I think I went out somewhere that night.
Oh yeah, I got the blue Dino Charge Ranger one.
Yeah,
and the code doesn't work. They don't take those anymore.
Code on the back.
Yeah,
if they did something like this at say PMC 2022, where every vendor and every actor was given like a nice stack, and they handed out one to for every purchase. So if you go up to the actors, get an autograph picture, all that, you get one. If you turn around and go to a vendor and you buy something, you get one.
And here's the thing, though, they don't do those anymore. That's the sad part. They should have continued those. I'm like, really? Why would you get rid of that
they have enough time to come up with a system to do it.
Exactly.
And the thing is, they could do it not for individual characters, but do it for the Zeo shards that you have to have in order to buy the stuff in the game, the coins, the Zeo shards, and you can literally each code be a different amount. Right. It'd be a blind thing. So now you go buy something from a vendor, you get one. Scratch it off. You could get, say, 10 Zeo shards, 100 coins, stuff like that. Each code generates, based on its mathematical formula, the correct, it'd be a nice little thing to turn around and drum up more business for the vendors selling stuff, and to help the actors get more people through their line. Yeah. Because the only way you get it is with an actual purchase.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah. I mean, they're making money. You're making money. Plus, gets people into the game. And if they got a bunch of these and they're loading up, who knows? Someone like David, first time playing, has, say, 20 of these, gets a couple thousand Zeo shards or in a couple 100,000 coins, give or take.
Right.
He might feel, okay, well, I only need another 10 Zeo shards to fully unlock this character. I'll spend the $1.99 in the app store or in the game store in order to get it. It beats spending the $50, and they're helping to support the vendors, the small businesses that are setting up the vendors at the convention. They're helping the actors who are technically small businesses themselves.
Yeah.
When they're there with their agents and stuff. And it's getting people into the game.
Right. Okay, so we got all that out of the way. Thanks for that suggestion, Rick. That'd be an actually good suggestion for them to do something like that. All right. So
plus, they can always put different images on the cards like they did with the Psycho Ranger and everything. And just make them even more collectible. So now collectors are going around trying to get them. Yeah. And it's like, Power Morphicon, I don't have a red Zeo Ranger yet.
Yep. So here we go. So we have some more Hasbro Pulse news. Guys, so here we go. Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest, which will be April 9th, on on their official YouTube channel, and you could go to Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest, and you could get the schedule and all that stuff for reveals, panels, fan interactivity, and more. So that will be. It's only available for the U.S., U.K., and Canada only for people to view, which is kind of funny now. But so, guys, if you want to, there will be a lot. I mean, it's not going to just be one based type of figures and everything. It will be like Star Wars, Transformers. I think they're doing some Ghostbusters. Fortnite is going to be in there, and then we got more Power Ranger news. Which will be probably the next line of
Lightning Collection.
Yep, the next line of the Lightning Collection. I'm trying to think. I think there's been talks in the fandom by somebody that's decoded a lot of them of us getting. Pull this up right here. Of us getting Wave 2 and a Wave 3 of the monster figures. So maybe we'll get something revealed about that and because there's been saying that they're probably going to do Eye Guy and Piranha's Head for the next wave. So,
I'd love to see Piranha's Head.
Yeah. So the question is, that'd be cool. Because now the thing is, with everything that they have done. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't ask. So now here's the thing, though. Now, since they did this thing with the other Lightning collections, like Wave, I think it was Wave 7. They did this with the Lightning collection with the Green Rain, Mighty Morphin Green, Zeo Range, the Dino Thunder Red, and all that stuff. Granted, the box art is cool and everything. But my thing is, it's like, the way they distribute them wasn't really a great idea because, they were hard to find. I was lucky enough to find the monster figures in this box because now, granted, guys, if you like me, I like to be matching with certain figures, and I do like to spread out the art. So I do like this artwork because it's a nice feel to it and everything. And with Rick, he got me the Versus pack, Astronema versus the Red Space Ranger, and then he got me the SPD Blue B Squad and A Squad Versus pack. It's really hard to find these because some places whenever they come in,
they're Target exclusive.
Exactly,
and Target has to pay more to get that packaging in than the regular packaging. That's why the distribution is off.
And here's the thing, and it's like
when you go honestly, if it's an exclusive for a company, I can see why they're having to pay more. But at the same time, if Hasbro is the one that came up with the idea, they should probably foot the bill.
You got to think to yourself. They're paying more because it's a box art. It's not the figure that is the thing. Mm-hmm. The figure is the exact same. It's just the box art is different. If you guys are more if you guys want to get that, I want to still get the Green Ranger in that box art. If I don't find it anytime soon, then I might be going to, whenever I go to a convention, if I see it at a vendor and it's at a decent price, I'll probably buy it because I want to complete Wave 7.
All right, $150, Nate.
Oh, Jesus God, I hope not.
It's the Green Ranger.
He's got a point. But I hope Hasbro doesn't do any more Spectrum boxes because we haven't seen any of those after Wave 7. So hopefully they're not going to be doing that. There's been talks also that we're possibly going to be getting a 2-pack, 2 packs of the Ninja Turtle comic from the Boom Studio Comics in their Ranger suits. So, and then Shredder is going to be one as well. So,
they're also going to do it. They might also do April O'Neil.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because she didn't have the skirt in the comic, did she? I don't believe so. So I think they didn't have the skirt for her. But I think it is very interesting. guys, with this new wave and everything, because we already went through, they already revealed Wave 9. I look forward to seeing what else is to come of the next wave. But there's also been talks possibly maybe ditching the plastic window for those kind of figures. Let me show you. Okay, so make sure I don't drop
Kind
anything.
of like the putty pack.
Yeah, like the putty pack. They're probably going to try to get rid of this and just, basically do what they did with the putty pack or the Omega Ranger figure, or they might just have a little window and then the artwork. Now, am I against that? No, but would I rather stick with this? Because then if you want to just put it back in the box, I mean, hopefully they have a way you can stick it in there and it could be still displayable in the box. So that way you don't have to worry about buying two of them. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. And with okay, let's see this. All right. So and with the Lightning Collection coming up, there's a lot of Lightning Collections that I would love to see. So many. I mean, David, what about you, man?
I mean, you put the words right into my mouth. There are some Lightning Collection figures that I hope they'll do, that I hope maybe that they'll reveal at the Fan Fest. So
right.
I got some in my mind that I really hope comes true.
So yeah, guys, but yeah, make sure you guys tune into that because we'll be talking about that.
Not have the skirt for the Pink Ranger costume.
Okay, yeah, he was looking through that. So, but my thing is, I've said this once, I'll say it again. Look, I give props for Hasbro with the Lightning Collection. I like what they're doing. But the big issue, here's the big issue. That is just, it's a small thing, but it's just that, and I know that, I mean, I think Rick would agree with me on this. They really need to complete what they started. They're still going to do Mighty Morphin no matter what. That's not going to stop. And I do agree with Rick on that. But they really need to finish up with Beast Morphers. We need to get more. We still need to get Steel, the Silver Beast Morphers Ranger. And then we need to get Zoe. And then we need to get Roxy. Yep. And then we should be good. I mean, heck, if you want to do this later down the line with other Beast Morpher figures, maybe like the Beast X mode or something like that, or even the Beast Bots or anything like that, you could do that later. But here's the thing, though. You go ahead.
I also feel that with the Lightning Collection, they need to find a way to fix some past mistakes. Like Rocky not having his weapons. Like Blue Galaxy Ranger not having his Quasar launcher. And Red Galaxy Ranger not having a trigger. Now, an easy way to fix that without re-releasing the figures is for Hasbro to turn around and be like, okay, well, here's a weapons pack. Include different weapons that the Rangers have had over the years that they don't have included with the Lightning Collection figures. So no Saba, no Dragon Dagger, no Sword of Darkness, no Power Sword. But, throw in like the movie Zipline for the Pink Ranger or
you mean the
Ranger had.
The Blue Ranger had the yeah. Here's my thought of that.
For the movie, they weren't included in the main figure line. So add those in. A $10 weapons pack, maybe even 15, depending on what you add in there. Or corrections to some of the weapons, because like red and blue SPD, people would prefer the blue SPD and the pink SPD, where the weapons are the colored version. Include that in there. Include a couple holster blade blasters. Yes, I know we got that with Zach, the
season 2 Zach.
Yeah, but you get the idea.
Right.
Do something like that.
But here's my thought on what Rick, here's my thought of what you were saying. My thing is, the way they should do it is, I agree with the weapon packs, but what they should do is, if they're going to release them, they should release the weapons, maybe even with, let's put it this way, if they did an Org the Conqueror figure, as Lightning Collection. You can include the Zeo weapons in there too, because just like weapons we didn't get. So that way, people are not going to have to worry about. I mean, we have to worry about double dipping with figures.
That's what I'm saying. If they did like a volume or a Lightning Collection Wave 1 through 8 weapons pack, here are weapons that go with figures from these sets that we've released that did not necessarily get released with the figure. So no Power Blaster in there. But, like I said, you can include the holster mode for the Blade Blaster. You can include the little movie weapons. You can even include in there like the additional helmets for like the red visor from the movie, the bear eye, light up
the
eye.
headlights. Yeah. And here's the thing though. Now, I'm going to go back to the whole, finishing seasons. Like I said, Beast Morphers you should finish, but when you're moving on to other seasons and not trying
Galaxy is actually a return because they did the 2-pack.
Right. Yeah. But they did a different head sculpt with Leo because this. But my thing is, if you're going to release Lost Galaxy, then you should include seasons that you haven't finished yet. I mean, we only have gotten one Time Force figure.
Wow.
We've only gotten the red Time Force Ranger, Wes.
Yeah.
Now, do we really need a Alex figure? Not really. That's just my opinion. I mean, you could do it if you want, but it's not worth doing that.
If you're going to do that, buy 2 Time Force Reds right now because that gives you Alex and Wes. You just paint the hair a little bit.
And here's my thing, though. They should release, keep continuing with seasons because now they're working on. I mean, we're almost done. We are almost there. Finished with the Ranger figures for Dino Thunder. We already got red. We already got blue. And all we need now, we already got white.
We got white.
Yeah, white.
So we got 3 out. Three out of the 5 Rangers. All we need is yellow and black. Obviously, we'll probably get the Black Ranger at some point because it's Tommy. But my thing is, it's like
and Kira will probably be 5, 6, 7 waves down from that.
And my thing is, it's like
I want her first.
Hasbro, I'll give them like I said, I give them props for what they're doing, but fans, there are a lot of fans that want to complete a set of Rangers. I mean, we know we're going to be getting a lot more Mighty Morphin stuff because they've got so much stuff they can do with Mighty Morphin. We know that. Oh, yeah. So that's fine. Here's the thing. If you're going to do a Mighty Morphin or if you're going to do continuing with more of Lost Galaxy, because we're getting, in the next wave, we're getting Kai, the blue light Lost Galaxy Ranger. And then in space, it's like, you really need to consider your options. Like, all right, well, we're going to release this figure. We're going to release, because they haven't even finished Dino Charge. They haven't finished with, because all we have is 3 out of the, I think it's 3. Is it 3?
Yeah, red,
3 out of the red, black, and gold. We don't have pink, green,
or purple.
Or purple. Blue. Yeah, 7. No, or blue. Now, if they're going to do more of the other Rangers down the line for Dino Supercharge, fine. That's fine. But fact is, Hasbro really needs to work on finishing seasons. I understand the Lightning Collection is an anthology where they will pick out a certain season that they know people like, even though, I mean, they've done seasons.
You got to do it all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've done seasons.
I don't want to wait 17 years to finally complete Beast Morphers.
Right. So hopefully they continue with all that. So we'll have to find out what's coming from Hasbro Pulse and everything, all the toy reveals. Guys, but make sure you tune in to Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest on April 9th. Because we're going to cover the Power Ranger toy line and all that stuff that following Sunday. But yeah, I mean, guys, are you looking forward to this Fan Fest to see what's to come? David, what about you? What do you think, man?
Yeah, absolutely. I also do hope that Hasbro, that they'll do for the Lightning Collection seasons that they haven't done yet. And there are certain seasons that I hope that they'll do.
Right.
Like maybe Wild Force or RPM or Mystic Force. Yeah.
Rick, what about you, man? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'd love to turn around and see what they have to say. I would also love Phantom Ranger to be added in because
Totally.
out of the Rangers from Turbo, he's actually my favorite. When the first part of Turbo, it was like, okay, yeah, I see it going downhill because they were trying to take a cast that has become more serious with age and combine it into a goofy Super Sentai. As much as I hate to say getting rid of Tommy, Catherine, Tanya, and Adam was a good choice, it actually improved it because it allowed them to introduce more new characters who could take on more of the younger goofiness that got grown out of.
Yeah.
And that's why Countdown to Destruction, or no, not Countdown to Destruction, Chase into Space was actually one of the best episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that
and Rick, I want to go back to you with the Phantom Ranger. Now, some fan did come up with a good artwork, like basically kind of based on what the Psycho 5-pack was, but a 3-pack of figures, including Phantom Ranger, including the Blue Centurion, even including Ninjor, even though he wasn't part of Turbo. But still, that would be a cool pack to have.
Era of extra.
Exactly.
Extra characters.
And let's put it this way.
When technically Rangers. Right. Even if Phantom Ranger has Ranger in his name, he's not considered the 6th Ranger. Blue Centurion actually technically filled that role more.
Right. And like when Bandai did when Bandai owned Power Rangers and with Saban, let me just zoom up here very quick. So when Bandai did the whole Legendary Ranger keys for the 25th anniversary? It was the 25th. No, it was the 20th anniversary. So when they did that, we did get Ninjor as a thing, even though he wasn't really included in the
key set. Yeah. But Ninjor was a big influence in season 3. Up until they wrote him out due to Alien Rangers and just was like, yep, he's back in his temple. No. You'll never see him again.
And here is then we got the Blue Centurion, which I don't even know if they had a legendary Ranger key.
I'm pretty sure
one that did not. In Gokaiger, they didn't have this, I don't think.
Yeah.
They did not have that. So these were really cool. So if Hasbro...
Because he was not considered a Ranger.
Right.
He wasn't even considered an extra Ranger, I don't think.
So, but yeah
V Master!
And
who apparently was one alien kid's father.
Right. So hopefully we'll get more and more stuff.
Yeah. But look at it this way. They should have, when they gave us Rita, I understand why they did the Rita 2-pack with Zed, the 25th anniversary, wedding, all that. But a better pack, even though they're not part of the same season, they are technically the same character. Rita and Mystic Mother.
Oh, yeah.
Although in the Japanese version, they're not the same character at all, but they made her the same character in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So.
Right. So.
That would have been an awesome 2-pack to get right there.
So, yeah.
Evil guys, Rita versus Good Rita.
So, hopefully, guys, make sure you all tune in to the Fan Fest. We'll be talking about it that Sunday. the 11th. So guys, keep an eye out for that. And so Rick, now it is time for Rick's boom time.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you got the link already up?
Yeah.
Man, you were prepared. So here we go. Rick, the floor is yours.
All right. Welcome to issue 6 of Mighty Morphin. It will be released April 14th. Still reeling from the revelation of the new Green Ranger's true identity, the new Mighty Morphin team must join with former Ranger Grace to save Angel Grove from a new threat tied to Zordon's surprising past. And then you get the main cover, which looks amazing.
Let me see if I can. All right, one
you
sec.
have
Hold
the
on.
legacy cover.
Yep, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Now that one is absolutely amazing.
I concur.
Yep.
Why'd you?
Just trying to? Nope, not me. Not me. Him. It's all about him.
You're good with it.
All right.
Oh yeah. So this is the legacy numbering cover, which will be 69.
Oh, is
I think.
Oh, you're
Where is it? I have this week's one. I just want to double check my numbering. No, it'd be 65. No, 66. Because issue 5 is 64. I was a little off on my numbering.
All right, so you next for the you ready for the next variant?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see.
This is a variant, just like with the other ones, where it shows like the splash of the Ranger with with their previous costumes. Billy, they should have worked a little Najetti in there, but being the fact that he only had the Blue Ranger power, means that he gets this artwork. And it's nice artwork.
Yeah.
You've been collecting these. It's really nice.
And good hair.
Hey, at least he doesn't get helmet hair like some of us.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Then, this is the main cover for Power Rangers number 6. The issues that contain the Omega Rangers. This is Astronema as a teenager.
Wow.
As an assassin. Astronema. The Omega Rangers have formed an uneasy alliance with Lord Draken, but now must trust Astronema and Ecliptor in order to survive. Being released on April 21st. Yes, that's right. Astronema and Ecliptor are going to be working with the Omega Rangers.
That's different.
Yeah.
So, in order to save the universe and help in its destruction, they must work together. I guess, the threat that the Omega Rangers are facing is powerful enough that Dark Spectre could possibly be scared that, I'm only trying to take over the universe and not destroy it, so we got to get rid of these things. The enemy of my enemy.
is your friend, apparently.
Is an uneasy ally.
Oh, well, that's
but
true.
I mean, come on. Astronema's outfit in this and the standalone that she's going to have as well. The artwork's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, assassin version of Astronema. So before the staff, she's got 2 daggers ready to come at you and kill you.
These comics are very dark. These comics are very dark.
Yeah.
All right. So are you ready for the next variant?
Astronema was an assassin before she was the princess of all evil.
Yep. Ready for the next variant?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. This is a special variant for Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin number 5.
Are you sure? I thought it was number 6.
Nope. It says right here, Mighty Morphin number 5.
Well, I think it's weird because I think that might have been a typo because I looked that up and it's supposed to be variant 6 for number 6, but you can look it up sometime. Morphin.
Yeah, because I'm guessing that's the case because the Blue Ranger they actually had under its Power Rangers number 6 variant, so I think they got the pictures mixed up.
Okay.
But okay, so we're going with this is going to be a variant cover for Power Rangers number 6. You got Zach with his Omega power. Does look a little weird that they're. Well, it does look like it might have some Mastodon with the. Coming down, but you're not seeing too much Mighty Morphin in that. You see mostly Omega.
Well, you do see the diamond right there.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So, Rick, when are these comics supposed to individually come out?
Like I said, Mighty Morphin number 6 is on April 14th.
Okay.
And Power Rangers number 6 is April 21st. Definitely support the paper copy. Support your local comic book shops, your small businesses. Yeah, I spent way too much money on comics this weekend. Yeah. That's just
David, let me
one stack. Had to use
David,
support to keep them all nice and organized.
So Dave, what do you think of these comic series that they've been coming out with Power Rangers and everything? I think I've asked you this before.
Yeah, you did. You asked me last week, I think. Yeah, that looks really cool. The artwork is still amazing. Astronema in that photo or whatever, she kind of looks like a Resident Evil character. So, yeah. But my view of her will never change, of course.
Oh, of course, man. She's awesome.
Absolutely.
She's I think she's. I mean, besides Rita and Lord Zed, I think in space she is a really popular, very big popular.
Well, this has given her more credibility on where she got her fighting skills from.
Yeah.
Right.
She's not like a Rita or Zed or that stands off to the sideline and says, "Okay, monsters, go attack." She got in there. She fought the Rangers multiple times.
Okay.
And switched bodies with one of them.
Yes.
Yes, we remember that episode.
The Yellow Space Ranger.
Yeah.
It was the first time a villain suited up as a Ranger.
All right. So now, guys, we are on our last topic, which is Dino Fury episode rates, as usual. And we are going to be rating and talking about the episode 4, New Recruits. So let's start. So as usual, guys, we got some screenshot images, promotional images from the show.
Before we go on, reminder to everybody, Jason David Frank will be at Rockin' Rooster Comics and Games on Thursday at 3 here in Cincinnati. He will be at Inner Geek in Ashland, Kentucky on Friday. And then the Inner Geek out in West Virginia on Saturday. I can't remember the city offhand. But if you live in any of the 3 areas, come down, check him out. You have to go into the shop like the day before, get your reserved line number, and then show up to the next day in order to see him. Right. But it's going to be a fun time, so come on down if you live in these areas, or you can get to these areas and get your line number and come on in.
All right.
It helps support the small businesses.
Yeah.
Nice. So let's go ahead and move along for this episode. So this is from episode 4, New Recruits, which was yesterday. Okay, so we get a good look at the opening. Usually we don't get like the new opening ad and the other Rangers until like after the episode, but this time it was during the episode that they make their debut. So here's a look at Tessa Rao and the Green Ranger in the background. I gotta tell you, I do like, even though the opening is still the exact same length, but it's so cool that they actually included them.
Yeah.
And there's Chance Perez.
Yep.
So the opening was cool, and I look forward to seeing more and more of this. Now, let's go ahead into the scenes. Now, let me go to David. David, what's happening in this scene right here?
So from what I recall, in this scene, they're looking for Izzy because I think Zeta wants to get an interview with her.
Right.
Yeah.
And Rick, why is he trying to get an interview with Izzy?
Because he is one of 2 candidates applying for the reporter position at Buzz Blast. So his assignment was to go get an interview from the star athlete of the local high school for the news site, as basically a test to see if he can do the job.
And there is another person that actually is one of the candidates, and who's that one other person, and what is his job to do?
Oh, that's what's the character's name? I already forgot. It's the Black Dino Charge or Dino
Fury
Ranger, soon to be. It's Izzy's brother.
Yep. Her stepbrother,
Javi.
Yeah. And he's going to the Pine Ridge Museum to interview the curator and about the Nephrite orb, which we'll get into that more. So yeah, and I do like I like the scene at the beginning where they all go to Buzz Blast. So they're trying to help Zato get a job at Buzz Blast as a reporter because he wants to blend in with society because he's from another planet. And Ollie tells him to say something that you should never listen to somebody telling you what's a good slang to say. He tells Zato to say, "Cool, cool, coolio."
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that doesn't make him. That doesn't put him on.
Won't make him look like an alien
at all. No. So during all that, he's doing the interview with Izzy. He shows her. He reveals that he's like, well, when I was a knight. She's like, you were a knight? Were there dragons? It's like, there are dragons? So he taught her how to do the javelin throw a little bit better, get more distance and speed.
The spear.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So during all that, and in this scene right here, they get contacted by, funny enough, the monster. We get introduced to Boom Tower, which was created by Void Knight. Boom Tower is a robot general.
Not a Sporix beast.
Right. He is a robot made by Void Knight, and he goes to the museum to steal the orb with Mucus and this new Sporix beast that they always keep not saying his name. And what's the name, David? What's the name of that Sporix beast? Do you remember?
No.
Rick, do you remember?
Not offhand.
It's Dragnarok. How is that hard to remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's a freaking giant looking Sporix beast, giant dragon Sporix beast. And and what's funny? Who calls the Ranger hotline is Javi himself, which, he becomes a Ranger later on. So that's kind of funny. And then the Rangers show up. Well, first off, Warden Garcia. Go ahead, Rick.
Warden Garcia shows up, attempts to confront the sports beast and the group, and
he fails.
Gets knocked to the side. Then the Rangers come storming in, unmorphed, proclaiming that they're the Rangers.
Well, obviously,
they didn't even check to see if Warren Garcia was actually unconscious. They're supposed to have secret identities, according to Zato, but they do absolutely nothing to help protect those identities.
What were the writers thinking?
Power Ranger logic.
The writers were probably thinking, screw secret identity. Wait, you want us to have secret? But we'll just put in a throwaway line about secret identities and just pretend he's unconscious.
The Rangers show up to fight the monster, to fight Boom Tower and the Sporks Beast, Drag Rock. Of course, Mucus is just sitting on the side like, ooh, I love this part. So during that, they actually use their boost keys to activate their other, their little side armor things, which are the, which we finally know they're called Dino keys, but these keys right here are the Dino Fury keys. These are the ones that used to morph, and the boost keys are the ones that use like special attacks and everything. We've got the hover. Hold on a sec. We've got the gravity Dino key, and then we've got the sprint Dino key, and then we have the shield Dino key. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, so with them morphing right there in the parking lot, in front of an entrance, you're telling me that there's no security camera that caught them morphing?
Well, maybe the security cameras were far up ahead. I don't know.
There's security cameras everywhere.
Rick, Ranger logic. Nothing makes sense. So as
maybe
they fight,
in the Power Ranger world, they don't have security cameras?
Yeah. So as they're fighting,
no, wait, they do.
They morphed and, they fight and they use their boost keys to try to handle the monster. And what happens is during that whole scene, Javi grabs the orb and takes his stepdad's, we find out later that
work vehicle.
His work vehicle. So we find out a little bit later about his character, what, combines him with two certain other characters in the show. And then, the Rangers go make sure the warden's okay. And they take him to the medical center. And that's when the warden.
They couldn't take him to the hospital. They had to take him to a medical center.
I do like how they teleport him there. And what's funny is that's when his stepdaughter, Izzy, shows up to see if he's okay. And this is the first time we've ever met she's met the Power Rangers themselves.
Yeah.
Not, what's going on here? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you.
Hold on.
We're still live.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
perfect.
so David, what did they find out about that one person that took the orb with them in the warden's car? What do we find out about that character and what has connection with Izzy and the warden? Tell us.
Gosh, I wish I remember. What do you remember, Rick?
We find out that Javi is Izzy's stepbrother and Warden Garcia's son.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, and Izzy tells the Rangers right here, well, I know where he goes because his father does not approve of him, because he likes to play music, and he goes to a special spot where he could just do that by himself and not worry about his father judging him on him playing music. And what's funny is the reason why Javi is trying to get this job as a reporter to save up for a keytar, which if you guys don't know what a guitar is, it's a guitar with the keyboard.
It's a keyboard you play like a
keyboard. Exactly. So the Rangers, during that fight, the beginning, when Mucus goes after Javi, there's a line that Mucus says. She says, "It's morphin slime." A play on "It's morphin time." So we're going to be getting more and more of those.
Making fun of it.
We're going to get probably more and more of those puns later on in the season. But I don't know. Maybe. But it was kind of funny. And anyway, he goes to his spot, and Izzy and them go to the spot where Javi is. And during that scene, and here they are right here, and Javi Mucus was attached to the Jeep, and she tells Boom Tower and Dracnarok that where he's at. Boom Tower takes it from the orb from him, and then they're about to attack him, but then comes Izzy with her javelin, knocks it out of his hand, and there they are hiding behind the tree while the Rangers are fighting off the two villains. So I do like this and everything, and during that time, the Rangers are having a little trouble because they're kind of at a disadvantage because two of these monsters are very strong. So Javi comes in with his harmonica and starts blowing it, and it literally distorts the monsters, and because apparently monsters don't like harmonica.
That kind of reminds me of like in Wild Force with the flute episode. Yeah.
So what happens then, David?
Then the Green and Black Ranger morph later on.
Yeah. Well, actually, Rick, what exactly happens before that?
Javi comes out with the orb and is like, "You want it? All right." And then smashes it on the ground. They find the black and green Dino Fury keys, which Zato says he thought they were destroyed. And then Izzy and Javi morph into the Black and Green Rangers.
Now, let me say,
has her
hold on. I want to say this. So, guys, I don't know if you know this. If you guys watched the first episode of season 9 of LR4, me and Rick were having this discussion before. So, as you guys see, she's in the skirt. Okay?
Oh, man.
Here we go, guys. So, she's like, hold that thought. Skirts aren't really my thing. Black Ranger goes in to help fight, and then the Green Ranger comes in, throws the skirt to the side, and joins in the fight. Now, guys, I've got to tell you.
Luckily, the leggings of the suit actually are a full pants on the female Ranger. Otherwise, if she tore off the skirt and they were just leggings that only went up to just beyond the skirt, well, we would have a new rating for this show.
I've got to tell you, though, that scene itself was genius, and I had a feeling that they were going to do that because a lot of people were like, okay, what's the skirt? What's going to happen with the skirt, since they had a skirt in the first episode, in the flashback. There you go, guys. This girl.
But it also lets people know that when it comes to skirts, they're there, but they're not part of the main suit. They're in addition to the suit.
So it's funny, though.
Kimberly could have done it. Really, any of the female Rangers could have done the same thing.
The pink Mystic Force Ranger hated the color pink, so I don't know if maybe she would have taken it off.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? That's how that's how Power Ranger matches with the Sentai footage.
Yeah.
Just tear it off the skirt. They didn't have a skirt. So I thought that was awesome. The fighting between them was awesome. Everything they did in that scene was awesome. Being step siblings. They were like, very, very in sync. And when she tossed him her Kuroma Fury saber to Javi, and then she used her javelin, and dude, it was awesome. And during that scene, when Boom Tower gets away, that's when Dragnarok grows to an immense size. And now,
and he even says, you know what happens when a Sporks Beast fights a lot? They get big.
Yep. And now, David, what's next?
All 5 Rangers are inside the Zord and ready for battle.
Exactly. And I like how they all
Izzy's excited about having her own pedestal. I
like that. The call. So, can it play music? Well, it's cool stereo. So, during that scene, now, you know what's funny about this episode is they're combining 2 Sentai episodes, 2 Ryu Soldier episodes. The very first episode, when the first 3 Ryu Soldier Rangers, the blue, pink, and red, used the Megazord mainly. But, because that monster he wasn't normal size in that, but he was in a giant size in Ryu Soldier. And I love how they did that, because they're putting it all together in one episode. And of course, they fight him in the Dino Fury Megazord, and then he calls upon the Mega Fury Saber. And during that, at the end of that scene, how they say their catchphrase? Guys, let's all 3 say it together. What's the catchphrase? Do you know the catchphrase?
No.
All right, I'll just say it. Dino Fury victory. And that scene right there, that is an edited scene for Power Rangers Dino Fury. The Red Ranger, Ryu Soul Red, is the only one that's standing in the middle in the Sentai season, the first episode of Sentai season, because he was the only one in that mecha. So what they did was they edited it to add all 5 of them there. So I thought that was awesome when they did that.
That is perfect.
That was just great.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that's not the end of it. What's now, David? Tell me what Red's looking at.
Looking at something really big, obviously.
Well, actually, let's go to the next part.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so he captures so that means the Rangers have 2 Sporix. The 2 Sporix egg sacs, and Void Knight only has 1. So they head back to the base. And so those 2 demorph, and there's no Skirt, as usual. Skirt's gone. Skirt. The Skirt don't exist anymore, guys. Skirt don't exist.
Until next episode.
Yep. Oh my God, that'd be funny.
Oh man.
Why the hell did this return?
And then here we go. They demorph. And what's funny is that Javi was the one that called the Rangers, but yet he was hiding behind the crate the whole time. And he was surprised to find out that Zato, Ollie, and Amelia are the red, pink, and blue Dino Fury Rangers.
Also, did Izzy have her jacket unzipped when she morphed?
I believe so. Let me look. Let's look back very quick.
I think I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I think it was zipped.
Or it was partly zipped.
It was unzipped. Yeah. Okay. I see.
Yeah. Okay. No, I thought she was still unzipped like earlier in the episode. But
and in this scene,
but she's not wearing her green in that scene. Well, I guess the socks are dark green.
Yeah, and the light green right there on her jacket. So, David, in this scene, who does Zato introduce the new team, the new Rangers to?
They introduce them to Solon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Zato reveals that he's an alien from another planet, which he was part of a heroic group called the Knights of Rafcon. He shows them his alien antennae.
Yep.
And he is surprised to find out Zato actually was a knight.
Yep. And now they basically missed their deadline to go, so they had to buzz blast, and
Buzz to buzz blast.
J-Borg is reporting on certain things. She reported, the incident at the museum, and then she reported the incident. Then she reported, the cattle thing electronically.
This is what happens. You have to pay your reporters too much money. They get
oh my god, that keyboard.
J-Borg is hilarious. I think the characters are interesting.
Yeah.
But good news is Javi ends up actually
getting the
position as Buzz Blast as a reporter, and Zato close but no Chihuahua. When was that a thing?
Close but no Chihuahua.
So with that said, episode now. So guys, let me go ahead and say I'm going to give my rate here, and then I'll go down the line. So guys, I enjoyed everything of this episode. The debut of the black Dino Fury Ranger, the green Dino Fury Ranger. Love the skirt rip. That was perfect. So I would definitely give this episode a 10.
Cool.
10 out of 10. So this was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing the next episode. David, what do you give this episode as a rate?
Close to where you are. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I thought the Green and Black Ranger coming in was a good introduction, and I just can't wait to see what becomes of them next later on. Yeah.
Rick, what about you, man?
I mean, it was a great episode. The only thing missing it was Warden Garcia waking up and wait. You guys are the Rangers? But and then turn around saying I'll reveal your identities if you don't make my kids Rangers too.
So what was your rate, Rick?
I'm gonna actually give it a 10. I mean, other than the fact that they're supposed to have secret identities, but doing absolutely nothing to protect those identities, it's a good episode.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all right. There you go, guys. That was
2 10s and a 9.
Yep. That was a really good episode. I'm liking Jane and J-Borg. They're an interesting comedic duo. That's totally
especially J-Borg.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and let you guys do your spiel before I do my outro. David, what would you like to say, man?
Tonight was a cool episode. I can't wait to see what happens at the Hasbro Fest, and of course what happens later in Dino Fury, and see what happens to the Rangers later on. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rick, what about you, man?
Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I guess it froze my end.
Yeah, you were.
Sound like this.
Yeah. Well, nothing was being said on my end, so I didn't hear audio. But anyways, support your local small businesses. Support your local comic book shops. Support paper copy. Because trust me. Oh yeah, it's much better to be able to read the paper copy than having the light from the computer shining in your face.
Right.
So.
And who is going to be at your comic shop next Thursday, Rick?
It's Never Frank. This Thursday, the 25th at 3 p.m. Then, like I said, he'll be in Ashland, Kentucky at Inner Geek. And then West Virginia, Inner Geek. I can't remember the city offhand. I should have looked that up. And then I know he's got more appearances next week as well. So go to his Facebook page, go to Jason Font's Facebook page. They're all doing, a lot of them are doing appearances now. So.
And Beast Morphers.
Your favorite actor or actress from Power Rangers, see where they're appearing next and see what you can do to get out to them. See them, meet them, interact. So it's a great thing that they're doing there because it is designed to help the comic book shops which the mass majority of them are small businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely get out there and support them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you go ahead and mute yourselves. I'm going to do my outro here. Here we go. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this week's episode of LR4. We'll be back with another episode of LR4, which will be episode 143, which will be entitled In It to Win It. And then we've got our, we'll be talking about episode 5, which will be called, of Dino Fury, which will be called Winning Attitude. And so, guys, make sure you tune in to, Power Rangers Dino Fury at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Nickelodeon. Check your local listings for the new episode. And then make sure to tune in to LR4, episode 143, In It to Win It. We got some topics to talk about, and I look forward to, talking about our topics even more. So yeah, guys, if you haven't watched this live, as I said, guys, this is always re-recorded on YouTube. I do have, like I said, the age restrictions on there because we're not doing too much stuff bad. It's just because it's just, what YouTube's doing. But anyway. So anyway, guys, make sure you like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. Hopefully sometime we will get that Twitch stream up and running. And before Rick says anything, no, we are not going to have an OnlyFans. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. But anyway, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, put your mask on, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, it's morphin' time. Dino Fury key. Activate. Link to morphin grid. See you guys next time. All right, everybody say bye. Oh, God, Rick. Rick, you need to check the morphing grid because I think it's messed up again. Everybody have a good evening. Yeah, and apparently the morphing grid messed up his mic too. So later, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.